Hi there, welcome along to Good Morning Transfers. We are into
Breaking news to bring you, and this looks like really good news.
Welcome back to Liverpool Talk Daily. The Bradley Barcola transfer saga is heating up as Liverpool reportedly reach an agreement in principle on personal terms with the PSG winger. With Andoni Iraola playing a key role and the Reds preparing a massive bid, the next stage could decide whether this blockbuster move becomes reality. Stay tuned as we break down all the latest developments. If you love Liverpool news, don't forget to subscribe to Liverpool Talk Daily, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Liverpool reach agreement in principle with Bradley Barcola. Reds prepare massive bid for PSG. Star Liverpool's pursuit of Paris Saint-Germain winger. Bradley Barcola has taken a major step forward, with the French international reportedly giving the green light to a move to Anfield after positive talks with new head coach Andoni Iraola. While no transfer has been completed, Liverpool have now reached an agreement in principle with the player over the sporting project, shifting their full attention toward negotiating a deal with PSG. It is one of the biggest transfer stories of the summer and could become Liverpool's record-breaking signing if the two clubs can eventually agree on a fee. Barcola says yes to Liverpool. According to reports from France, Bradley Barcola has informed Liverpool that he is ready to join the club after speaking directly with Andoni Iraola and senior Liverpool officials. Those conversations reportedly convinced the 23-year-old that Anfield is the perfect place to continue his development. However, it is important to note that this is an agreement in principle, not a signed contract. Personal terms are understood to be largely aligned, but the transfer itself depends entirely on Liverpool reaching an agreement with Paris Saint-Germain. For Liverpool supporters, though, this is an enormous boost. Convincing the player is often one of the hardest parts of any major transfer, and the Reds appear to have cleared that hurdle. Iraola's influence already showing one of the biggest reasons behind Barcola's decision is believed to be his conversation with Andoni Iraola. Liverpool's new manager reportedly explained his tactical vision, how Barcola would fit into the team, and why he believes the French winger could become one of the Premier League's biggest stars. Sources suggest Barcola was impressed by Iraola's plans and the opportunity to become a key player in Liverpool's next era. Since arriving at Anfield, Iraola has made rebuilding Liverpool's attack one of his top priorities, and Barcola has consistently been identified as his preferred target. Liverpool preparing their first bid. With encouragement from the players' camp, Liverpool are now preparing an official offer for PSG. Reports indicate the Reds are readying an opening proposal worth around €100 million, although PSG are expected to reject anything significantly below their valuation. Liverpool know this will not be an easy negotiation. Instead, they hope that Barcola's desire to move and his reluctance to sign a new contract with PSG will help lower the eventual transfer fee. PSG standing firm Paris Saint-Germain are under no pressure to sell immediately. Barcola remains under contract until 2028, giving the French champions a strong negotiating position. Because of that, PSG are reportedly demanding well over €100 million, with several reports placing their valuation at between €145 million and €170 million. Liverpool believe that price is too high. Club officials are expected to negotiate aggressively in the coming days, hoping to reach a compromise that satisfies both clubs. Why Barcola wants a new challenge? Although Barcola enjoyed success at PSG, including domestic trophies and European football, reports suggest he wants a more consistent starting role. Competition in Luis Enrique's squad has become increasingly fierce, making regular starts difficult despite his impressive performances whenever selected. Liverpool can offer him exactly what he is looking for: a central role in one of England's biggest clubs, and the opportunity to become one of the team's main attacking stars. The perfect replacement for Salah Liverpool's recruitment team see Barcola as one of the best young wingers in world football. His explosive acceleration, excellent dribbling, creativity and eye for goal make him an ideal player to strengthen Liverpool's front line. Capable of playing on either wing, Barcola offers flexibility that fits perfectly into Iraola's high-intensity attacking system. At just 23 years old, Liverpool also believe he has enormous room for further improvement. Why Liverpool are pushing so hard? Liverpool have monitored Barcola for a long time. Interest first emerged last summer, but PSG were unwilling to consider selling. Now, with the player reportedly declining a contract extension and expressing interest in a move, Liverpool believe the situation has changed enough to justify a serious attempt. The club's recruitment department considers him one of the few players capable of making an immediate impact, while also becoming a long-term cornerstone of the squad. Financial commitment signing Barcola would require one of the biggest investments in Liverpool's history. Beyond the transfer fee, Liverpool must also agree on wages, bonuses, and additional financial terms. Despite the enormous cost, club executives reportedly believe Barcola's age, talent, and commercial value justify such an investment if the final fee can be reduced to a realistic level. What happens next? The next stage of the transfer is entirely between Liverpool and Paris Saint-Germain. Liverpool are expected to submit their opening offer soon, beginning what could become one of the biggest negotiations of the transfer window. PSG are expected to reject the first proposal unless it comes close to their valuation, meaning several rounds of talks may be required. The player's willingness to join Liverpool gives the Reds confidence, but there is still significant work to do before the deal can be completed. A transfer saga just getting started. For now, Liverpool have completed perhaps the most important first step by convincing Bradley Barcola that Anfield is the right destination for his future. The agreement in principle shows that the player believes in Andoni Iraola's vision and is excited by the opportunity to play in the Premier League. However, the biggest obstacle remains PSG's asking price. As negotiations move into the next phase, Liverpool know they are entering the most difficult part of the transfer. Convincing Bradley Barcola to join was a major breakthrough, but reaching an agreement with Paris Saint-Germain will be a completely different challenge. PSG are under no financial pressure to sell one of their brightest young stars. The French champions view Barcola as an important part of their long-term plans and believe his value will only continue to rise. That is why they are expected to demand well over €100 million before even considering serious negotiations. Despite that stance, Liverpool remain optimistic. Club officials believe the player's willingness to move to Anfield could become a key factor in the discussions. While PSG hold a strong position, players often have significant influence when they make their preferred destination clear. Behind the scenes, Liverpool's recruitment team have spent months analysing Barcola's performances. They see him as a perfect fit for Andoni Iraola's aggressive, high-pressing style of football. His pace, direct running, technical ability and creativity are qualities the Reds believe can add a new dimension to their attack. The coaching staff also feel that Barcola's age makes him an ideal long-term investment. At just 23 years old, he still has plenty of room to develop and could become one of the Premier League's standout players over the next several seasons. Supporters have already started discussing how Barcola could fit into Liverpool's attacking lineup. Many believe his arrival would increase competition for places while giving Iraola more tactical flexibility in both domestic and European competitions. However, Liverpool are also preparing for the possibility that PSG refuse to negotiate. If the French club remain firm on their valuation, the Reds may need to decide whether to submit an improved offer or temporarily step away from the deal. The club are determined not to overpay, even for a player they admire. The coming days are expected to be crucial. Liverpool's opening bid could arrive soon, and the response from PSG will determine whether negotiations accelerate or become one of the longest transfer sagas of the summer. For now, Liverpool fans have every reason to be excited. The player is reportedly interested. Personal terms are understood to be broadly agreed in principle, and the club are preparing to make their move. The next chapter now depends on whether Liverpool can convince Paris Saint-Germain to part with one of their most exciting young talents. With the transfer window still open, this is a story that could develop rapidly, and Anfield will be watching every update closely as the Reds push to complete one of the biggest signings of the summer. That's all for today's Liverpool update. What do you think? Should Liverpool pay over €100 million to sign Bradley Barcola, or should the club look at other options? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this update, please like, share and subscribe to Liverpool Talk Daily. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you're always the first to hear the latest Liverpool transfer news, match updates and exclusive stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. you'll never walk alone.